This morning, we're staying on top of results from Maryland's primary elections. Many of the biggest races, they have already been called.
7 News on your side with complete coverage of the results. Reporter John Gonzalez is following the race for the state's next governor, which includes 2 names that we have seen on the ballot before.
Well, let's start with John Rogers at the Alert Desk with a rundown of some of the other big races. John, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We've been covering a lot of races throughout Maryland. So let's start here in the Democratic primary for Montgomery County Executive. The race is still undecided here, but Councilmember Will Jawando is leading with 40.8% of the vote. That person, whoever wins this race, will take on Republican Esther Wells. Prince George's County State's Attorneys, though, that's a different example here. Tara Jackson easily cruised to victory, 54.6% of the winning right there. So a couple of other races that we've actually been following, some local races. Let's go to the State House. This is District 16, rather. Forgive me, I got the wrong one here. This is the State Senate. So we're going to talk about this, where Senate Majority Leader Nancy King, she's actually currently losing to Amar Mukunda in the Democratic primary over there. And I want to show you this. This is a big one that a lot of people have been talking about. This is District 46, where Senate President Bill Ferguson, he has defeated a strong contender, Bobby LePen. Ferguson will now be taking on Republican Emmanuel Digman.
Well, while Maryland voters were focused on a busy primary night across the state, the race for governor is now taking shape for the fall. Incumbent Democrat Wes Moore has secured a decisive win for his party's nomination, clearing the way for a second-term bid. On the Republican side, former state delegate Dan Cox has emerged as the GOP nominee, setting up a rematch of the 2022 general election. Let's go straight out live to reporter John Gonzalez to pick up our team coverage with the latest on this race. John, good morning.
Adam, good morning to you. And this morning, Governor Wes Moore can now focus on the general election this fall with his party firmly behind him after a decisive Democratic primary victory last night. You know, through the years, the governor has made some new critics and his approval rating has dropped. But this was a very big night for the governor. He has made public safety, economic development, and state government reform central to his first term. Now turns his attention to a second-term campaign in a state that remains heavily Democratic. Now, on the Republican side, former state delegate Dan Cox has won the GOP nomination, setting up a November matchup that should look familiar, reigniting that 2022 contest when Moore defeated Cox by a wide margin. Meanwhile, the governor is also pushing back on political talk outside Maryland, repeatedly downplaying any national ambitions.
I'm proud of the progress that we've done thus far, but we have more work to do. And that's why I'm asking for another 4 years. We know we have more work to do, particularly when we're looking at the type of challenges we are seeing from Washington, D.C. So we're ready to work, we're ready to win, we're ready to fight.
We will win because Maryland is no longer asleep. We are all well aware of what Wes Moore has done and has not done for us all. Wes Moore now has a record, and it's harmful to every Marylander.
The general election is expected to focus on taxes, cost of living here in the state of Maryland, and the direction of state spending, with Republicans hoping to make inroads in a deeply blue state. Reporting live in Gaithersburg, John Gonzalez, 7 News.